Well, Pete's obviously looking for some Dutch courage because he's come in from the rhubarb patch to sneak
hither.
into the wine
Hello.
tasting there. Hello,
How you
Pete.
doing?
Not your spot, but go on. We've given you a
Couldn't
few
resist,
glasses.
eh?
You're all right.
I think the weather calls for some chilled refreshment.
Some
Nice,
refreshment
cool
it does.
drink
And here's the
indeed.
man, of course, Tom Canavan, our wine expert, who's going to take us through these. And you've been exploring a different grape every week.
That's right, we've been on
Where
a kind
are we now?
of journey through the different grape varieties. This week we're settling with one of the really common but slightly unfashionable grapes, which is Chardonnay.
Oh, no. You don't like keen?
No. I
keen.
have to stop
No.
you because I'm hoping that this is going to change your mind.
Right, OK.
Chardonnay's had a really bad press. It's actually one of the great grapes of the world. It makes wines in France like Chablis and Merceau.
Is it?
It's 100% Chardonnay, all of these wines in Burgundy, the famous white Burgundies. And it can reach really kind of high peaks of excellence. But the problem with Chardonnay was that we became used to the style that was created in the 1990s.
Yeah, it's very rich and buttery.
Very
and
rich. It was kind
That's what you
of
did.
invented, if you like, in Australia. And instead of having these kind of nice crisp citrus and appley tones of a Chablis wine, down in Australia where there's plenty of sun and plenty of heat, the grapes got really ripe. So you moved into flavours like nectarine, even pineapple and mango, much richer, riper flavours. But also, the Australians put a big layer of oak on top of the wine.
Right.
Now, oak gives flavours and aromas like vanilla and toast, maybe even coconut. So you ended up with this kind of fruit salad of a wine with all of these flavours, which people loved. And it took off enormously in the 90s. It was everywhere.
Well, it was even people called Chardonnay. Chardonnay?
Yeah, that's right. Footballers' wives, isn't it?
The first
Absolutely,
one
yeah,
of many people is unfortunately going to be called Chardonnay, which is going to look terrible in a few years.
So you're not bringing us that Chardonnay?
We're not bringing you the old style.
Chardonnay.
It's a slightly new take, another look. The winemakers of the world have learned that people have fallen out of love with Chardonnay, and they're now making wines which are much crisper and much lighter, which hopefully we're going to find in the wines that we're
Okay,
tasting
what have we
today.
got then today?
Okay, well, starting off, we have a real Credit Crunch special. It's actually the least expensive wine that we've featured so far. It's just £3.75.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, my budget.
Well, listen, we've already got £2 from the viewers. You're looking for
You're
another
halfway there.
£1.75.
What half
This is
of
from Asda. It's their own label Australian Chardonnay. So have a little swirl and a sniff. Get the glass.
Even though we don't know what we're doing.
Well, you will soon learn. Swirl just to break the surface tension, get the aromas come out of the glass, and have a little sniff. And hopefully you'll find that there's a little bit there of kind of melon, a little bit of peach coming from this, which is the grape coming through.
I think this is still going to be pretty...
It smells like wine.
Rich.
Just like, no.
It's still quite rich. Chardonnay is a kind of rich grape, especially down here in Australia.
Can we have a taste?
But have a taste. Go ahead. I'll allow it. Have a taste. Now, quite smooth,
What do you think, Pete?
quite fresh flavours.
I could do that. Where's the bottle?
Let's
good.
face it, Pete, you were here on the bell, you said you'll take anything under £3. You're not really going to be discerning
No,
anything,
I'm
are you?
happy.
But wait, it's going to get better, so don't peak too soon.
It's
you know.
drinkable, it's nice.
I think it's a good summer
Slightly
wine.
more chilled for me.
£3.75
I
for
like
the
it
barbecue.
Really cold. Ice. Does that kill it?
Well, no, I mean, I like it cold, especially at this time of year, you know, and humidity like this, it's perfect. So I wouldn't add ice cubes to it personally, but you could chill it down really well in the fridge, have it overnight in the fridge.
It's certainly not like the traditional Chardonnay, or the Chardonnay that we have in our head from...
Not
the
nearly
90s
so
or
big,
whatever.
not nearly so in your face, you
No.
know, it's a slightly more restrained style.
What's this next one then?
Second one, we're kind of moving up the league table in terms of price and I think of quality.
Pete.
What's this one? How much does this one come in
This
at?
one's
What
coming
is
in,
it?
well, it's almost double. It's $6.99, but here you're getting a really great wine from Argentina, funnily enough, from the beautiful vineyards of Argentina, which sit just in the foothills of the Andes. It's the snow melt water that irrigates them.
We
It's
usually
fresh, it's
associate
beautiful.
them more with red wine, don't we?
We do. Malbec's the big grape of
Yeah.
Argentina, and you know, Argentinian Malbecs are very, very popular. But in fact, this company, Catena, specialises somewhat in Chardonnay, and this wine, which is in Majestic at £6.99, I think is a really good example of a Chardonnay with a bit of oak, but I think it's kind of tempered and it's restrained. So have a sniff and have a taste.
Go for your glasses.
You'll find there's more oak here, there's more hazelnut, more almond, even a little hint of orange in the nose of this wine,
Vicky, you're not a wine
Does-
fan. Are you
no.
liking these?
But do you know what? That's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. But
Well-
this smells completely different to that one. So let's...
Tom, you've been damned by faint praise.
It is a little bit, but I know Vicky's not a huge fan of wine in general, but
A lot
See, I
smoother,
prefer that
isn't it?
one. I much prefer that one to
Isn't
the
it
last
lovely?
one.
Definitely. A lot smoother already.
yeah, on the
Nice.
palate
Yeah.
we get those little bits of kind of
Yeah.
orange and that kind
A
of
wee bit.
peachy
You're
richness.
going to have to save up, Pete.
I know.
Do you know the other thing I think would be great with this? It's got that because of the barrels that it's been aged in. It has a little bit of a kind of smoky quality. It'd be fantastic with Sue Lawrence's soup later, which is roasted tomato. And I think tomato's not an easy thing to match wine to because of the acidity. But I think this could be just perfect.
Really
with
nice.
So there's a third Chardonnay you've got.
The third one's actually not a Chardonnay. What I like to do is for people who do like Chardonnay, but maybe they get stuck in a bit of a rut, is try and offer something that's just a kind of variation on the theme, a bit of a curveball. So the third wine is actually a Viognier, totally different grape. Originally from the Rhone Valley in France, but this one's actually from Chile. And again, it has a little bit of barrel aging, but this time when you have a sniff of it, try and just have the word apricot in your mind and see if you can pick up apricot in this wine.
I get so tense if I'm going to get it wrong.
Don't
How much
worry
is this
about
one,
it.
Tom?
This is the
Oh.
Anaquena
yeah.
Viognier.
What a
Beautifully
smell already.
aromatic.
Yeah.
Comes from Chile and it's actually in wine rack. Now, the price for a single bottle is £8.99.
Oh, God.
Calm down,
That's
Keith.
if you mow lawns, that is, I think.
Well, listen, the good news is that
Stable.
That's nice.
wine rack is an almost permanent 3 for the price of 2 offer
That's
on.
great.
So if you
Oh,
buy
bog
3
off.
bottles, it comes down to £5.99,
That's
which is a lot
better.
more reasonable. And I think that's a
This is
fantastic
nice.
wine,
This is
isn't
very
it?
nice.
It's
Yeah.
the most aromatic thing you've ever tasted.
Yeah.
A little bit of
Smooth.
floral note in there, the apricot, of course.
Good for a barbecue as well. This
Perfect.
weekend, take to,
Perfect.
friends' barbecue.
It'd be great with the
Perfect
barbecue,
wine.
perfect weather. And there are little notes of marmalade and honey, all sorts of complex notes.
Marmalade.
Marmalade, have a go. Just think of orange, think
Well,
of
there was toast in the first one.
Seville orange
That's one for the
marmalade.
morning for you, toast, marmalade and a glass
It's a
of wine.
breakfast wine.
Vicky, I've got more work to do with you, I think.
So, of the three then, Tom, and let's take money out of the equation just for a second. What would you go for?
Well, listen, if money was no object, I think that this Viognier is so distinctive that it's a wow wine. If you've not tasted Viognier before, rush out and try this one. If you're having a party, you're having a Barbie, the little one at $3.75 is a great bargain, I think.
Yeah?
There we go.
Bargain.
I'll get some of this one and you can bring number 3.
I'll bring the posh
I
one.
like the middle one.
And I'll just plug it to myself. Tom, that's fantastic. Thank you very much. Rosie next week, I believe.
Rosy wines next week, perfect summer drinks, so looking forward to that.
Excellent.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very
Thanks
much,
very much.
Tom.